Just came from church. And this sermon just had me thinking about something. I personally, this is my first year being fully submitted to the Lord, wanting to seek Him for real. So, I'm not claiming that I know everything or that, I have a lot to learn. So when I say these things, it's not like finite or definite. I can definitely change my mind, but this is just what I've seen and what I feel like the Lord has revealed to me on my journey. So I've seen myself be on two sides of extremes. So this side, I am trying to kind of modify my behavior and I notice that I would fast from sins that I struggle with, but then I would fall right back. And I say fast because it's my mind and my heart were still counting the days of, oh, it's been this long of me not doing this. And it's just so that's basically fasting from it, but not being delivered and set free from it. So I saw myself trying to modify my behavior and then also trying to strive for perfection of being the woman that God called me to be in less than a year, which that doesn't really make sense, right? I'm becoming her, but it's just you can't, once again, it's process. God never just does things without a process. I believe there's always a process. And so I saw myself trying to be this perfect, or in good intentions, wanting to be who God has called me to be already. And it was just really harmful. I would literally feel worthless and have really negative thoughts, and it just was very unhealthy. So that was one side. The other side I saw is I would see other people be in this spot too, where it's almost they were complacent in their sin, and they were almost enabling and trying to make it okay that they were still sinning, and just a lack of conviction, where it's just God's grace, He knows where I'm at. And it's just yes, He does. He meets us where we are, but we shouldn't want to stay there, and we should be actively trying to deal aggressively with our sin and trying to have disciplines and self-control and the fruits of the Spirit, and to walk in the Spirit and to repent correctly from our sin. We should be desiring that, and we should be having conviction, and it should be a grieving in our heart when we do sin. And if it's not there, that's a sign that you're complacent in your sin.